Hey folks, Matthew with Tactical Comms, and I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I know we did. We're looking forward to a new year, and I want to wish all of you a happy new year as well. So something that I've got a lot of requests, emails, text messages, direct messages, so on and so forth is, how does Tactical Comms work in the EMCOMM world, or the emergency communications? And so this year, one of our goals is to do more videos on the EMCOMM world and how you can integrate with your local agencies when necessary. Now, EMCOMM is not exclusive to ham radio. We're starting to recognize that EMCOMM also includes GMRS, MERS, FRS. All of those things are capabilities. Now, obviously, if you're a trained and experienced amateur radio operator, it does give you more tools in your toolbox that you can utilize. But one of the things that I want to talk to you about that will make you useful in an EMCOMM role and will require very little effort on your part is the use of the ICS forms. Now, one of the first things you can do before you even start working about relationships or cooperation agreements or things like that is learn about the ICS forms. Now, there's a ton of ICS training that's available for free online through EMI, I'm sorry. It is a great resource for you, and you can understand how the incident management system works. So in thinking about getting ready for the EMCOMM role, one of the easiest things you can do outside of taking the online ICS training is to collect your own hard copy of your forms. Now, we've already talked about the ICS-214. Now we're going to talk about the ICS-213, or the general message form. And again, I have hard copies in my binder because you're not always going to have access to electronic means. Pen, paper, pencil, they always work. Okay, so we're going to use that. The ICS-213, or the general message form, is used when you need to send a message and you need to document that message. Now, that message could be any number of things. You could identify road closures, shelter openings, or you could even ask for information. Now, one thing that I will tell you is, don't arbitrarily send messages if you're working in the EMCOMM role for an EOC. Make sure that that information is vetted by your ESF2 lead or your emergency manager. It's very, very important, because we want to be sending accurate information and we want to receive accurate information. So once you've sent this message for the shelter manager, the emergency manager, whomever it is, you want to get a response back at some point. And then toward the end of your shift, you want to look back through all of these and see which ones you've got a response for and which ones you have not. And make sure, if you've not got a response, that you follow up with that. If it's a priority or a critical message, you may want to follow up sooner on it. Again, the ICS-213 is the general message form. There's another form for using that if we want to request specific resources, and we'll go over that in another video. Remember, you can get a lot of training online. We'll leave a link to FEMA's website below for the ICS training. With Tactical Comms, I'm Matthew. Thanks.